I have. Thank you. A little something, a little something, a little something, a little something. So anyway, but we are live tonight, and let's talk about. Also, I said just open up a store. Oh my gosh. Inbox me. I know. Please don't please forgive me that it is late. We went to night service and then we went out to eat after night service. So what can I say? I am a little tardy for the party, but thank you. Is that Bernard? Thank you for being here. Edward, thank you for being here. Um, I thank y'all. Uh, who else? I don't have my glasses on, but we're gonna make this happen. We're gonna talk about the Stellars tonight. And I'm gonna talk about me a little bit. I'm gonna talk about me a little bit on tonight. I always said that I had to speak it in tongues. Thank you. Thank you. Greetings. Y'all come in. Y'all come in. Please like, share, let everyone know that I'm on. Okay, YouTube, we are live. I don't think I have anyone, um, or we don't have any comments as of yet over on YouTube. But thank y'all for coming on. Okay. Uh, you make me sick, Bernard. I ain't reading Bernard's comment. I am not gonna read Bernard's comment out loud. I am not. I am not. You calling me that person. Most people say I'm Louise. Most people be calling me Louise. Greetings, Earl. All right, yo. We are coming on in. Mm, we got. I want to discuss a little bit about gospel music, and I want to just kind of have a little talk. When we're gonna be I'll be live, this week or whatever, but just a little bit about myself, a little, and some of the reactions that Sir William gets. Also, I wanted to say shouts out to the hey, ladies room. Thank you for coming in. I believe that is Mother Joyce Dorsey. Thank you for coming. Thank y'all, Michelle Woodson. Thank you for coming in. This is Sunday. Wait a minute. So it said Louise. Wait a minute. Who is this? I had dinner with Louise. I live in Memphis. Oh, you do? Oh, wow. You know that she was very, 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 um, very dear to me. I just absolutely, I love and miss that lady. Love and miss her. Love and miss her dearly. All right, Michelle Woodson Alexander. Thank you all for coming in. I know that I'm late. But I'd rather be late than not at all. All right. I'd rather be late than not at all. Sherry says, I remember I met him years ago, always sharp, especially um when he was kind of you can go to say I was fat. I was fat. Thank you, Ryan Harris. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for coming in and joining me on tonight. It is Sunday Night Live. I am Sir William, and you all, I those of you that love me, I think that this is my first live. since Thursday. Friday, we were really, really busy and tied up, um, and stuff in Nashville and stuff. Oh my gosh, you said that you talked all night. I saw you at her funeral. You stood at the casket a little longer than others. Yes, I stood. Everyone talks about that. Bernard, people talk about that. They don't really. I think that I'm the subject of a lot of people's conversations, but to honestly, I was really trying to process that someone in the latter years of her life became very close and very dear to me, and it was really difficult for me. It was really, really I get teary eyed about it now, just thinking about her being gone. But it was a very, very difficult. People make light of it, and I appreciate you for the way that you addressed it when you said that I stood there a little bit longer than others. It took me it took me some time to really process that she was really gone. Sometimes you can hear, especially a well-known or a person of note, like how Sister Lou was. You can hear that they're dead, or you can hear that they have, transitioned. You can hear that they have passed from this life to the after. And but to have really seen her um stretched out in the casket, it was real closure, and it was a difficult moment. Sister Lou and did something and was very, very kind to me at a difficult. People said that I should write a book, but I've had some moments in my life, and one of the most difficult moments, she was there. She was there, not even so much as a grandmother and mother, but she was also there financially. um, and I have had some hits in my career. I've had some hits in my life. I've had some challenges where I've had to bounce back, that I've had to, uh, and overcome some serious challenges and some serious obstacles. And it's people that in those kind of times that you find out who really loves you, who really cares for you, who really gives a damn. You find it out. And she was there, and it made a difference. It it was important. It was important because it's not a blueprint for what I do. And I started doing something and didn't even know what it was. I didn't even know you could, when I first started, I didn't know you could get monetized. I didn't know that I was going to, quote unquote, become ghetto famous or internet famous. I didn't know any of those things, and it wasn't anyone that had done this that could navigate or tell me how to do it. So when she died, Bernard, I tell you that I felt like, had I walked away from her casket a moment sooner than what I did, excuse me, I probably would have passed out. I probably would have fainted. And I I'm a gentleman of class, and so I was trying to definitely not make a scene. I didn't know, I wanted to scream, I wanted to holler, I wanted to yell, I wanted to get down on the floor and kick. I just could not believe that she was gone. So it took me a minute. it took me a minute, and I have no regrets. But that's beyond the jokes and beyond the memes and beyond people saying this or saying that or whatever. That's what was really going on, my brother. That was what was really uh it was a challenge for me. It was a challenge for me. And um one of these days, I feel that I have opened up a lot. I think that I share a lot. But it's some additional things that you all may or may not know or may not be aware about me, and that it was very special to have someone. I'll say it like this: when excuse me, when you face challenges with your family, um, and you have other people that step in and that love you and that was there for you when mama and daddy wasn't, or when mama and daddy wasn't there for you in the way that you felt like they should have been. Okay. I don't want to say, I don't want to give you the idea or the impression that my parents wasn't there, because they were, but they were not. People love you within the capacity that they can. And it was times where, and I don't know, I didn't plan to go this way. I didn't plan to go this way, Mother Darcy, on tonight. But people love you within the ability that they know how. I didn't know for years that my daddy was loving me at the best of the capacity in which he could. Does that make sense to anybody in the room? That he was loving me as best as he could. Now, it wasn't enough for me. And I still at times feel that it's not enough. But it was the best that he it's everything within him. It's all that he knew how, based upon how he was socialized, based upon how he was reared, based upon his understanding of life, based upon his understanding of the invisible, of the whole Godhead, based upon his experience. He loves me within the capacity and with everything within his ability that he can. Now, for me, it doesn't feel like enough all the time. I don't hear nobody. Y'all don't like this kind of teaching. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you. It is Sunday Night Live. I apologize that I'm extremely late, but I'd rather come and be late than not at all. Greetings to Sherry. Thank you for being here. Greetings to Michelle Woodson Alexander. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Ryan Harris. Thank you for being here, my brother. Thank you that you like my hat. Thank you, Barbara Martin. Greetings to you, my sister. Thank you for coming in with me. Greetings to Kiki. Thank you for coming in. Lady D Wisdom, thank you so much for being here, and for all of you that are sitting in the balcony or in the back of the obnoxious sanctuary where pastor by none other than Sir William. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate all of y'all. I wasn't planning on going that way, but I was just having a little bit while we were allowing you all to assemble. All right, it is Sunday Night Live with none other than yours truly, Sir William. I want to thank y'all again for being here. The ways to give, for those of you that want to show me some love. I want to let me say this. Let me say this. I want to thank all of you that love me. I want to thank you all that love me, and I got a number of your um uh thank you so much. Thank you, Edward. Thank you. Y'all don't make me cry. I guess I started in here. I came in and I was ready to chop it up about the Stellars. And so it's kind of gone another way. But I want to I want to I want to just share with you that my level of gratitude for all of you, people people like Mother Dorsey and different ones that do like me. I know that I don't know where it came from, that is sort of the modus operandi to hate Sir William, and it's a lot of other commentators that do a similar thing to what I do, that you all really really love. But for whatever reason, I don't know at what point. I'm not totally sure at how that became the running theme, but that we just hate him, we hate him, we like everybody else is cool, everybody else can say what they want to, but it's something about him that we just hate, we despise. And for those of you um that do like and love me, it warms my heart. I'm not a very sensitive person. I have not been allowed to be sensitive. I've always had to be strong. I've always had to um um uh um uh oh, no, 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 my brother, that all is well, all is well, all is well. God does things, all things well. So we can have one intention and we can have one plan, but he has another, and so that he used you, and so that all is well. That's all right. We're gonna still talk about the Stellars, but so because I have always I don't have a big brother, and I've always had to fight and defend myself. And so and then when you or since I've been in this, I'm consistently and constantly under attack. I'm constantly, always a person that, for whatever reason, they want to attack me. For whatever reason, they want to say the most vile, from me to accusing me of having AIDS, to some of the most ugly, questioning my credentials and having completed my matriculation at Morehouse. I mean, any and everything that is ugly that could be said about a person or about an individual has been said about yours truly. And so it has made me the person that I am. Or it didn't totally make me, but it definitely had some things to do with the shaping of who I am, and the my personality. And so there are times when stuff is said, okay, one person says, no matter what you do in life, someone will always find an issue. So just yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much. Um, um, oh, well, Bernard, they have not been nice to me. So I'm saying that to say that when you all have see that side, or you see that side of me being defensive, it's because I have not had the luxury. And because I haven't had that luxury, I a lot of times may assume or feel the immediate negative. And so that's what you all experienced on the last live. I'm not going to spend a lot of time about that. I'm not going to apologize for me being William McCrae. I don't know anyone else to be. I, I love William. I love William McCray. I do know that the hand of the Lord is on my life. I feel His presence. I feel His anointing, and I feel Him right now. I feel Him right now. And I know that He's real. I know I've had a relationship with Him. I know that He's a healer. I know that He's a healer. He has touched my body. I wasn't gonna go this way, but He has touched my body. He's brought me back from the dead on 3 times. I have code. I know what it's like to code. I know when people have said that they have counted you out. I want to thank Mother Dorsey. Mother Dorsey is led out tonight with a $10 gift. And anyone that wants to join or match or follow, we certainly love and thank you and appreciate it. This week, we start back with second year of law school, and it is a challenge. I am going back. I don't know how I'm going back. I don't have all the funds to go back right now, but I yet know that the Lord is on my side. His hand is on my life. So I am trusting and believing. And by faith, just like I got all straight A's, by faith that I will be returning. All right, y'all. Tonight it is Sunday Night Live with none other than yours truly, Sir William G. McCray the third, and I was determined. I was determined to be on tonight. I was determined to be on tonight, even even in spite of. And so, thank y'all for those of you that are joining. All right, this weekend was the Stellar Awards. All right, the Gospel Grammys, if you will, and so we have Pastor Mike Jones. It seems that that did a full sweep again. So I just kind of, you know what, at some point I think I really want to drop the mic. I'm not going to be long. If y'all give me say another maybe 30-45 minutes, is that all right? And then we'll come back and we'll do more of a in-depth and more of a full analysis on tomorrow. Is that okay? Is that all right with everyone? Um, uh, that is here. Be encouraged. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I will say this: be encouraged. I have learned that Jesus is the lifter. Jesus is the lifter of my head. And I'm going to be unapologetic about who I am and whose I am. And this wonderful portion that He made and that He gave out to me. All right, y'all. So it is Sunday. I hope did everyone have a good day? Did y'all make it to did y'all make it into your various houses of the Lord? Did you give the Lord some worship? Did you give Him some praise? Did you bless Him? Did you go by and tell Him thank you? For those of us that you got up and you brushed your own teeth. Come on here. Do I have anybody that want to testify? You brushed your own teeth. You was able to take your own self to the bathroom. Come on. Come on. Even if you had to lay there in the bed for a little bit and get yourself and your strength together to get up. Come on here. That you got up. If you got up in pain, if your back was hurting or your hip was hurting or your knee was hurting, but we thank God that yet you still had the activities of your limbs and you was able to feel the hurt. Come on. If you was paralyzed and not able to walk, you wouldn't have even known that you was in pain. All right. If you hadn't suffered, He said, well, we gonna know Him. If you want to glory in His resurrection, then you gonna have to know Him in the fellowship of his suffering. If you are saved on tonight, if you have been blood washed, then there is going to be what? This is a suffering way. This is a way this is a go through church. Come on. This is a go through way. This is not, he said what? He said, take my burden of my what? My yoke upon you. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. But come on, that this is we gonna face some battles. We gonna face some challenges. We gonna go through some things. Come on, we have got to give up. We have got to give up uh some things. Uh Barbara, you are all my goodness. You are right. So anyway, we gonna go through, but we yet know that the Lord is more than yet what more than able. We yet know that he is more than able. So Mike Jr., Pastor Mike Jr. dominated on last night again. He's dominated. I think this is what the second or third year that he has dominated the Stellar Awards. Um, so it was taped, as you know, it was taped at Symphony Hall in Nashville on last night. He won in 9 categories. He was nominated. Mike Jr. won Artist of the Year for the 4th time. Thank you. I thought it was 3. I stand corrected for the 4th time, which allows a total, or he has now surpassed that of Kirk Franklin. He has surpassed Kirk Franklin, and he has surpassed Bishop Marvin Sapp as the top winner of history of that category. Franklin and Sapp each have won 3 times, and Pastor Mike Jr. has now won 4 times. What can we say? All right, the 9 awards that Pastor Mike Jr. won, um, I think makes it a grand total of 28 trophies. Mike Jr., as you know, all right, we're not too far off in age. He is 41, and he is definitely a contemporary gospel singer, and he's a speaker as well as a pastor. He lives right up the road from me in Birmingham, Alabama. He was uh, his parents um, uh, was the founder of the of Rock City Church, uh, um, which I think consists of about 4 churches in Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. All right, so now this is pretty significant. This is pretty significant because I was not even aware of this. Now, 30. There's only 30. Those of you that know math well. So there's only 30 categories of awards for it within the Stellar Awards. And so for him to sweep in 9 of those, that's like, so he's roughly probably at about a 25 percentile. And I've met him. I have had an opportunity. I guess I should probably post one of our pictures together. He was very, very nice. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all this. So, as it relates to me, as it relates to Sir William, so some people, and like I said, or I was saying earlier, that some people was saying that 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 I'm not sure what this comment was about, but it don't seem like it don't look right. And so if it looked like a duck and walk like a duck and it quack like a duck, it's a duck, amen. But if the prophet Sir William tells you that it's a duck, then you can what, hook it up. So I would go take no chances. We ain't gonna have no kind of arguments. We ain't gonna get out of character. We just gonna go on and we just gonna bid you a fond farewell, amen. All right. Uh, all right, thank you. So Leandria Jones says, or Leonardo Jones says that no funds for law school. Well, let me just share this with you, sir. The gentleman that you are looking at, that is before you in the black and white, has had a straight 4.0 from the time that I've ever entered into any type of academic setting. I have an 80% scholarship that leaves me probably with about a little bit less than about $16,000, of which that we're responsible for. If you would like to know, or since you want to know some of my personal business, my dear father, Bishop McCrae, was able to cut a check from his personal account for about 12,000 last semester, and probably is going to do about the same or maybe a little bit more this one. All right. Now, where have you completed a matriculation? Do you have an advanced degree? Have you completed a MBA? Do you have a JD? Do you have a PhD? Are you an academician? And where, what, from what institutions? Thank you. Now, would you like to stay? Would you like to stay with us here on tonight and Sunday Night Live, or do you want me to go on and allow you to be dismissed? I think that was nice. Do you all think that was nice? Do y'all think that was nice? Do y'all think I was courteous? Did I not come out of character? Mother Dorsey, if you just say the word. All right. So, and do you have the ability to cut a check? Do you have the ability? Because I'm just looking at my cash apps. I've never seen a donation from you. So do you have that ability while you question? All right. So Mike, I met him and at one of the previous years, and so it was kind of interesting. Uh um I don't know who Robert McCrae is. That's fine. You're more than welcome to believe that. I don't know who Robert McCrae is. I have no idea. But I do know my family, and I do know for which I come. But thank you. I'm glad that I'm of interest to you. I'm uh, someone that you have taken time out of your busy schedule to research, and you feel that I'm putting on. Who is? Why don't you? Would you like me to drop the link? Would you like to come on the live, and then you can ask me whatever questions that you may have of me and my family and my personal business, since you're so intrigued. I have time tonight, and I'll wait for your response. Oh, Michelle, you said what church you attend. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, I see it. Oh, you're in Vallejo. Okay. All right. My area of the country. The Bay Area. Yay, yay. I was waiting for this troll to respond. They said, "Why did they?" Little Nelson said, "Why did they get you started?" I have no idea. I guess I'm just that important. And he said that my dad is someone named Robert McCrae. So this is probably a troll that I think is coming from the guy out of Florida's page. I do not know why a man that is as visibly as old as he is from his profile picture. Um, you know what? Let me say something to you, my brother. I don't have anything I think to prove to you. I don't think it's necessary that I prove anything to you. On my pages, I've taken uh, uh, pictures in my parents' home. Some of my earlier photo shoots was done there at their house. So I don't really have anything to necessarily prove to you. I don't think it's really necessary. Who are you for me to prove anything to? I'm glad that you think that you're that important that someone needs to um, make you believe, but you're not that important to me. Where I feel like that your opinion of me even matters. Now, I asked you if you would like for me to drop the link, and then you could come on. And I'm trying to figure out why am I so important? Oh wow, you have family in San Francisco, Oakland, Richmond. Oh, they scattered all through they scattered all through the Bay Area. Cool. I just think that this is someone probably from a I guess would be considered a competitor. And people have the right, Mother Dorsey, people have the right to like whomever they like. What you won't do is uh yes, that now that is true. That is true. There's aspects of that is true. Yes. Yes. And there's footage because that ministry was on television. And so there's a lot of footage that you can see. Absolutely. Absolutely. And were you aware of the mansion that he had on Skyline, or was you aware of and I lived there, and was you aware of the mansion on Hillgrid Circle, the house that we called the Castle, and of which that I lived there, I resided there. Was you aware of Catherine's house up in the El Cerrito Hills, of which I lived there as well? So thank you so much. Thank you for being so interested in me. I appreciate that. And do you have any further questions? Would you like to know my blood type? Now, what you can do, and since you're so interested, what you can do, the ways to give are up there, and you can certainly give a donation to Obnoxious Media because evidently you're very intrigued with me. You What makes you so, since let me ask you some questions. What makes you so fat? What is your fascination with me, sir? Okay, so now we don't get a response. All right, so it was interesting because he was willing and had no problem with interviewing with me, but it was people that was a part of his entourage, and other people was like, oh, do you know who he is? And he was like, yeah, I know Sir William. And so I said, well, it's certainly your prerogative if you don't mind the interview and a photo op. I said I just wanted to congratulate you. I like your music. Uh, Hey, Peter, how are you? He says, "All right, my dad. How are you, my brother?" Listen. It was Sunday go to meeting today, and so we went on. But what was interesting is just like how I resonated with this guy, excuse me, that is on my live tonight, that I resonated in such a way with him that or with the people that was around him and with him, is that you know that they immediately, they didn't have time to try to figure it out and try to do it in the back room. They were like trying to, you know, intervene, stop, or cut it off right there in front of us, in our faces. And so it was interesting because I was like, what is, what is the the big deal? Why is it, or why does it sometimes, the hate or the opposition, like, I don't know, that I was reared in such a way where people that you didn't like, you didn't pay attention to them. Like, people that I don't like, I don't go to their pages. I'm not interested in what they're doing. I'm not interested. I'm focused on myself and what I'm doing, and on God and what God is blessing me with, and to do. I'm not in competition with nobody because I'm in a class, in a league, all by myself. So when you understand those kind of things, and you know those kind of things about you, and I know who I am. I know what I do. I don't care. It's a lot of people out here that have channels, that have um larger funds. They have larger subscribers and numbers, but they're not as good. They're trying. It's a whole lot of folks out here with podcasts. It's a whole lot of people. I got 247 people on YouTube watching me at 12:40, at 12:45 in the morning on Eastern Standard Time, and then another almost 100 people on Instagram watching me at a quarter to 1 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. So it speaks for itself. You got other folks, when when I started doing bow ties, they wanted to do bow ties. When I started doing the flowers on the uh I you know what is it that I need to show you? He said, I brag a lot, but I have little to show for it. So let me ask you, do you want to come up, or what's the deal? I got time. Evidently you're intrigued. So what is it, that I need to show you? Or what is it that you feel that you need to see? Are you a robber? So you think that somebody is supposed to prove something to you, or show you intimate personal things on World Wide Web, when they have already been followed, when there's videos and footage out there of people following me in the grocery store. So I'm supposed to show you something so that I can put myself in a vulnerable position to be hurt, harmed, robbed, or attacked, to prove something to you. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Am I hearing that? Am I hearing that correctly? Hey, Marquise Show, thank you for coming in. Greetings to you, my brother. I'm glad that you're here. So I'm trying to figure out, and then what other people are do I'm on. I don't have any of my moderators tonight. Um, and Ty is not here. I don't know if he's um um so I'm just trying to figure out what is I'm trying to figure out, what do I need to show? What do I need to show other than my pretty face and my impeccable wardrobe, that you could go to any of my pages and see? What do you feel that you need to show? Are you showing your stuff on social media? My stepmother. Who's my stepmother? My stepmother said. My stepmother talked to you. You saying that I have a stepmother that spoke to you and said something to you about me? I I wasn't aware I had a stepmother. It's taking a long time to type. But you don't have to. Why don't you click your why don't you click the link? Oh, what did I do? Okay, why don't you click the link and then you can come up. And then you can show us where you live. And you can call out your address and stuff on the on online. Why don't you come up? And then you said that my stepmother even said it on live. Who's my stepmother? Uh-uh. I want to see. Now they're probably not going to. Uh-uh. They're probably not going to click the link. But let's see. Okay, so you know Paul. Okay. All right, you know Paul Cooley. Okay. A very dear friend and brother of mine, Paul Cooley, etc. I don't have any problem with you calling names. You can call as many names as you want to. And I put the link there that that you can click. We can call Paul now. And so what did Paul say to you in regard to me? Paul is a very, very dear friend of mine. Dear friend and brother. So, and what did he have to say? I like this. All right, y'all. So anyway, as I was saying before, we had, I guess, a consumed troll. Michelle, I think you're right. Like, you know, I do people get obsessed with people like this? Like, for real. Like, I mean, what middle-aged man is obsessed with another man to the extent that he is with me? Oh. What do you have to tell us about yourself, Mr. Jones? Do you want me? Is that what this is about? Also, you knew Walter. So are you from the Bay Area? And you knew Walter Hawkins? Okay. So are you from Love Center? The link has been there. He ain't clicked it yet. Hey Queen, how are you? He has not clicked it yet. So anyway, what I was saying was, so the people, they were like, oh, and we had a very good uh very, very, very good conversation, and we took pictures, and it was really good. It was really great. I enjoyed him uh, to a great deal. And but I was just trying to figure out, like, well, you know how you can kind of care and then you kind of don't care, but then you kind of care a little bit, or you kind of like, well, why is that? So just like with people like like this man, it's like it's one of those things where you kind of don't care, but then you kind of like, why? What is the big deal about me that has them so intrigued about me and what have you? Like, I mean, you got people that are gerrymandering the state of Texas. You've got, you know, rumor of wars and rumors of wars going on. You got like so many bigger things in life and bigger name people to be concerned about and fascinated with and all of that than just little old me. And then to, you know, feel like, I guess you gotta attack me or what have you. I mean, if you know Walter Hawkins and you're from the Bay Area and you do this and you do whatever it is that you do, why am I such a priority for you? And that's the thing that with other people, that is just like, you know, what is that about? What is that obsession about? What is that whole sickness about? I don't get it. But anyway, we had um a good, you know what, the actually, I'm not sure about the likes, but the views are, yeah, actually even higher, Paul, whoever Paul is. So thank you for coming in. And I don't know why Thais isn't here. I haven't, today was Sunday, I haven't talked to him today. Okay. Oh, they coming with it, y'all, tonight. Look at them. Who else is it gonna be? I'm ready for it. All right, the ways to give are up. We have we have Cash App, we have PayPal, we have Vimo, and we have Zelle. Those are the ways in which that you can show your love and do some level of support. I would greatly appreciate it for all of you that do. I'm just, you know what, one of the things that I wanted to ask you all, what y'all think about gospel music? You know, the guy that I guess was one of the founders or one of the people with Maverick City. He just recently did that interview and he made some critical statements about the gospel music industry. And you know, we have this heavy contemporary music and things that are going on. I was just kind of wondering, what do you all think? Uh uh Okay, there's a stepmother that stays in Turlock that knows me very well. Okay. There's a stepmother that I have that stays in Turlock. Okay. All right. If you, whatever you say, sir. Where, whatever you say. And she had a conversation with you in regard to me. Oh, Angelique. Oh my gosh. Angelique says, Angelique says um that okay, Paul, I'm gonna go on and let you go. Jones, click the link and so then you can come up. I want to see who you are. So you can come up, since you said that you know so much. And then whatever you want to ask me, you can ask me live here while we're live. Oh, okay. Well, great. I have no idea. I haven't, today's was church, and so I have not spoken with him at all. So I'm not aware at all. I don't need to ask Paul, and Walter Hawkins is dead, so we can't ask him anything at all. But but what you can do, we click I put the link in the chat, and so I challenge you. Why don't you? I bet you. I bet you at least $500 right now that you will not click that link. You will not click that link and turn that camera on and show your face. I promise you that you will not do that. I I am absolute, totally and completely convinced that you will not do that. I bet you. All right, thank you so much. Is I don't want to mess up your name, Kanisha, Kanisha. All right, someone gave me a star, a new member. I thought that was a super chat, but it wasn't. All right, um, I'm not gonna spend no more time with that. We have the ways to give. Anybody will. Mother Dorsey started out with $10 tonight. I wasn't gonna really ask, but if there's anyone that can and will, that would be so kind. Maybe Mr. Jones, since he seems to know so much and is so concerned or says that I don't have anything to show for it. Maybe he has some money and he can show something, do something. All right. Is there anyone? Oh, I need to put the ways to I need to put the ways to give up on Instagram if we may. Uh all web bones. All web bones are hidden. Okay, let's see here. Let me see. Okay. All right, we're gonna copy and we're gonna place the ways to give up. And my thing is just like I said, this guy, he's not going to click the link. He's saying that he knows all of this about me or where the bodies is buried or whatever. So look, you're kind of acting a little creepy. You're kind of, you're kind of acting a little like weirdo, kind of like to me. Like at some point, and you don't want to you don't want to click the link. So thank you and appreciate it. I guess you're not. I don't I'm kind of like I kind of like don't want um to block you, but then I kind of want to, but I kind of don't want to block you because we want to be able to search your page out and figure out who you are because you're kind of acting a little creepy, you know, for lack of a better word. And I'm sure Leandrio Jones is not your name. And so we can certainly ask. Those other names that you have mentioned, who Robert is, and then you said I have a stepmother, and then you said that you know Jackie or whatever. It's like you're saying stuff that I think is might be distant relatives, or and I've been popular all my life, so I mean those basic things, those are kind of basic. All right, but you you're not as bad. you know what? It's not necessary for me to call Paul. Isaiah, Isaiah, can you, for your uncle, can you be so kind to, screenshot this cat's info, and so that we can figure out who he is, because he's a little creepy. And so for people that's been, following and stuff like that, is that he said, what queen is that claiming that? I listen, I don't know who he is, but he just popped up in here. Then he was saying that I'm not that my dad is some man named Robert. I mean, he's just talking crazy or whatever. So anyway, Instagram, I put it up. I just came in. What are Oh, okay. So, those are the ways to give and support my channel. All right. Okay, so I don't know. My whole I'm trying to figure out like where where is gospel music, and do we I'm trying to get back to my thing on on the win tonight. Okay, let's see here. Did I? Oh, I lost my place. All right, so just trying to figure out, like, kind of like, where is it? Where is it? Hey, uh, his page was created on December the 12th. Hey, Ty. Thank you. So his page was created on 12/18/24. Okay. And his name is that his real name, or well, I mean, on YouTube, I guess they don't have any other pictures. Okay, so anyway, whatever he says. I guess he's a median, because if he talks to Walter, Walter's been gone for a little bit, so I have no idea. All right, sir, you seem to be a little creepy. I think we're gonna bid you a fond farewell. All right. Hey, so anyway, let's get back to the Hall Stellars and all of this good stuff. So, um, but I met him, interviewed him, took pictures with him. Really, 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 really nice guy. Really, really nice guy. So, congratulations, in his win, in his surpassing that of Kirk Franklin, as well as Marvin Sapp, which is, you know phenomenal in and of itself. Also, for him to rack up in 9 categories, or sweep 9 categories that he was nominated in. So that means every category that he was nominated in, he won that award. And there's only 30 categories, and to win in 9. So you're outdoing it, sir, by over a little bit over 20%. Um, Also, Pastor Mike won one of the awards presented. I believe it was the night before. Um, Including album of the year. I Got Away, that reached number 5 on Billboard. Top gospel albums chart back in May of 2024. He won 4 awards, including Song of the Year for Amen, which reached number 4 back in January. CC Winans was runner up with 3 awards. And then I guess it's Group Fire, Ricky Diller, and Dorinda. They all won 2 apiece. John Nelson won, and he tied with with Pastor Mike Jr. For the most nominations of 9, and he won one award um, in Contemporary Album of the Year for You Belong, Life in Durham. Nelson had the misfortune of going up against Pastor Mike Jones in 6 categories, and Pastor Mike beat him out. Um, uh, it took another person took award for New Artist of the Year. Don Jackson, the founder of the Stella Awards and chairman of Central City Productions, um, uh, brought back the James Cleveland Lifetime Achievement Award this year. The Stellars Awards also announced winners for Gospel Radio um, uh, of the Year awards in 6 categories. This year marked the show's first time in Nashville since, what was that, 20 uh since 2021. I didn't realize it had been that long. All right, so there was the first time as and then they came to Atlanta, then they did a couple of years in Vegas. Um and so it seems like they tried to really revive it. I'm kind of impressed or kind of glad that he has married Teresa Harrison. I think that they seem to be a dynamic duo, and so that's yeah, you know that I think that's going to be a plus, and hopefully the Stellars will definitely stick around. The 40th Stellar Gospel Music Awards show was produced by Don Jackson, with Jennifer Jackson serving as producer and executive in charge of production, Michael Johnson as producer and director, Aaron Johnson as talent producer, and Daniel Moore. So it is a family affair. And so some of the nominations for Artist of the Year was CC, Jonathan Nelson, and Kenny Lewis. I'm not familiar with him. One Voice, I wasn't familiar with him. And Mike Jones got it. Tamala Mann, live. She got it Song of the Year. Uh, Mike Jr. What can we say? Well, uh, the winner was Pastor Mike Jr., but Ada Andrews was in there, Terrell Anthony, Andrea Crouch, and David or D-Lo, and who else? Some of these artists, male artists. Let's see here. This was interesting. Male Artist of the Year, Chandler Moore. I'm not familiar with him. Do y'all know Chandler Moore? I'm not familiar with him. We know Diedrich. Uh, Doc McKenzie, Jonathan Nelson, we know him. And Mike Jones got it. Okay, Albertina Walker, Female Artist of the Year. The nominee was Ada One Way Rock. The winner was CC. Dorinda was also nominated. Karen was nominated. Lisa Page Brooks was also nominated. Duo or Chorus Group of the Year, Deidre Haddon. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Deidre Haddon. And then FKM, Fred Hammond, Keith Stanton, and Marcus Cole. Ted and Sherry. Oh my gosh, Ted and Sherry's are back. Ted was at Morehouse for a little while. He was in the Glee Club. Um, And then I know Sherry, I think Sherry got married and had a baby. So I didn't know that they were back singing together. So that's cool. They out of Memphis. And then um, the winner for that was the group Fire. And they did a song about last night. Or entitled about last night. Okay, that's new. That's different. That's interesting for a gospel song. Um, Oh, Chandler works with Prophet Lovey. Oh, well, congratulations. Was not familiar with him. Okay, Bobby, new artist of the year. Ada, she got it. Or she was the winner. Bobby Lane was also nominated. Josh Bracey was nominated. Micah Lee was nominated. Montre, Tisdale, and Friends, they were nominated. Not familiar with them. I guess I gotta stop listening to R&B and rap so I can know more about gospel. Album of the year, the winner, I Got Away, none other than Pastor Mike Jr. Whoop whoop. And Live Breath Flight by Tamala Mann was nominated. More Than This by CeCe Winans was nominated. The Healing Project by Kenny Lewis was nominated. You Belong, Live in Durham with Jason Nelson. They were also nominated. All right, Choir of the Year. Um, Bishop S.Y. Younger was nominated. Chicago Mass Choir. Wow, Chicago Mass is still around. Cool. Um, and winner, we're glad to hear this. Ricky Dillard won When I Think. And then also Mississippi was nominated. Here is another big category: producer. Excuse me. Producer of the year: Donna Sori for Jason Nelson, Fred Hammond, Keith Stanton, and Marcus Cole. Paul White III and Ray Hammond for that, for the trilogy. Oh wow! All right. Uh, uh, Bishop Sheard's son, J. Drew Sheard, was nominated for Producer of the Year for his mom, Clarence Clark Sheard, First Lady of the Church of God in Christ, still Karen. They were nominated. But Pastor Mike Jr. beat them out for that. And then Stan Jones, Jerry McNeary, and Jerry Smith, along with David Curry. They were also nominated for Producer of the Year for Mississippi Mass. We Still Believe. All right, contemporary duo. Diedrich Haddon. Um, Diedrich had in Red Hands. I'm not familiar with them. Ted and Sherry again. So Ted and Sherry must have did a new album. Um, uh, uh, did a new album or whatever for them to Ty, I want you to behave. He said he's so glad that he didn't go to Nashville. Stop it. We went to Nashville. I am, and well, anyway, I have to tell you about it. A traditional duo chorus. The winner was Brandon Campior. Okay, I'm not familiar with him. Men of Praise. I'm not familiar with them. The Flint Cavaliers. Okay. Tim Woodson. All right, this is a fun category. Contemporary male artist of the year, Jason Nelson. Jason is good. Jason, we really I enjoy him. Micah Lee. And the winner, Pastor Big Mike Jr., he won. Vincent Bohannon. Vincent Bohannon was nominated. And there, he's an independent artist. I didn't know that. Traditional male artist of the year, Bishop Calvin Norton. Not familiar with him. Brent Jones. Okay, all right, Brent. Ernest Pugh. Ernest Pugh is a friend of Sir William. We have made it past some of our past encounters, and have just become friends. He's a very, very nice guy. Congratulations to Ernest Pugh. He won for Worthy is the Lamb. Also, Kenny Lewis and the Healing Project, they were nominated in that category. All right, now contemporary female artist of the year, Ada. I gotta look up who Ada is. Bobby Lane, gotta look her up too. CC Winans, come on. We definitely know her, and she is phenomenal. Doe, I'm not familiar with her. Kayla Richardson. Yeah, oh wow, Kayla was nominated. Traditional female artist of the year, Dorinda, uh, Lasha Knox, and the winner, Lisa Page Brooks. Oh my gosh, for her chant. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Was the chat with I guess she got it for the devil, something about the devil. Yeah, 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 or whatever. Oh, okay. All right, Terry McConnell. Contemporary album of the year, Chandler Moore, live in Los Angeles. Live Breath Flight, Still Caring. And the winner that took home the award in this category was live in Durham with Jason Nelson. Traditional album of the year. The winner was Determined Dorinda Dodo. Dorinda Clark Cole. All right, Kojic again. um, the sister-in-law of our presiding bishop, live in Detroit, Part One, the Victorious Army. Vincent Bohannon. Okay, all right. Vincent and them, they definitely kicking up some dust, and getting may have certainly made a name for themselves. The Healing Project. I've got to find out who Kenneth Lewis is. I'm not familiar. We Still Believe, the Mississippi Mass Choir. All right, Urban Single and Performance of the Year, Pastor Mike. Clap your what is it? He got it for Clap My Way. I Pray for You. Without You. Zachary Cortez. Oh, we know about him over at Obnoxious Media. Oh my gosh. Music Video of the Year winner, Amen, Pastor Mike Jones. Deserve to Win, David and Tamala Mann. For My Good, Jacayla Carr. Never Be the Same, Diedrich Haddon, and Vision. All right, Traditional Choir of the Year, Chicago Mass, Christopher Irvin. The winner was Ricky Diller. Big shouts out to Ricky. Happy for him, happy for him. Ricky, I don't think a lot of y'all may realize, but Ricky's been around forever. I remember him back with Orlando Draper and the Associates. And so to see him come this far and finally come, that apple cider, Martinelli's. I love it. All right, Contemporary Choir of the Year. Atlantis Anderson presents, not familiar with him, Charles Butler and Trinity, John Sanders, Vincent Bohannon. Oh, congratulations to them. Vincent Bohannon, they won that. Traditional Artist of the Year, Bishop Calvin Norton. The winner, Dorinda Clark Cole for Determined. Ernest Pugh was also nominated. Mississippi Mass Choir was nominated. Special Event Album of the Year, that went to Bishop S.Y. Younger. Presents Worship. Oh, he did. excuse me, he did his album over in Brazil. All right. Joyful, Joyful, a Christmas album. Red with CC, Red and Green, Jonathan McReynolds, The Gift, Deluxe Edition, Group Fire, not familiar with them. Um, we Still Believe, Mississippi Mass, they were nominated as well. Rap, oh, hey, my Morehouse brother. Oh wow, congratulations. I got a call, Canton. Canton Jones. I wonder if Canton is still now Canton raps. But what y'all don't know is Canton is a first tenor with an incredible voice. We were at Morehouse together and he was we were first tenors and first choir together in the world-renowned Morehouse College Glee Club. So big shouts out to Canton Jones. Y'all tell him I said that. That's my Morehouse brother, Canton. Canton Jones. Meet Me in Miami. Otis Kemp. Without You, There Would Be No Me. Not familiar with him. All right, Youth Project of the Year. Brent Jones presents The Fire. We don't know him. Quartet of the Year, Men of Praise. All right, Recorded Music Packaging of the Year, Still Karen. All right. More Than This, CC Winans for Praise Worship Song of the Praise and Worship Song of the Year, Overflow. Todd Delaney. All right. Big ups to Todd. Um, And then there was a rap hip hop song that Pastor Mike Jones, he got that as well for that. James Cleveland Lifetime Achievement Award winner went to Don Jackson. Gospel Radio Year Top Market of the Year winner is WBBP 1480 out of Memphis, Tennessee. Market of the Year went to WXHL in Wilmington, Delaware. Wow. All right. So big ups. And Melissa Wade, The Light, 103.9, midday. She got it. So big shouts out to Don Jackson and Teresa Harrison for 40 years of the Stella Awards. All right. Okay, it seems like they want to give away Stellars. Okay, no Fred Hammond, Ernest Pugh. Yes, Ernest Pugh won. His music is timeless. I agree that the oh, what is the she's saying the devil's a lie. I don't know what I said. Okay, seems like the way they're giving away Stellars is BOGO. I'm not sure what that means, brother. River, Kenny Lewis, Young Choir Master. Does anybody here listen to Mike Jr. music? Ricky's been around since the 80s. Thais is right, shaking my head. I was disappointed. Ricky's been flying around in this invisible jet like Wonder Woman for many years. Yes, he has. When I tell you somebody that has paid their dues, like Ricky has really paid his dues. And I'm happy for him to see him really like come into his, come into his own. Um uh oh you, Thais, Thais, you're not gonna cut up tonight. Thais is said, let me tell you what he said. Okay, I ain't gonna, no, I probably should say it because if I read the comment, then they gonna say that I said it. But anyway, so Bishop liked it over in Brazil. Ooh. Okay, hey, Dr. Buckwell, he says Brent Jones does nothing else matter. Okay, what was that? I'm not familiar with him. I'm not. I'm trying to figure out. I wasn't familiar with Brent. So anyway, it looks like it was fun with Stellars, and then big shouts out to Pastor Mike. Do we have any gospel artists here in the audience? Are in the room, are in the chat or whatever? Do we have any shouts out to any of you? Are any of you all up and coming artists or what have you? Oh my god! Oh my gosh! I remember that time. I remember that it was some level of um question or about, like, I think if your record label was a sponsor, then you got it. I remember that, like, some years back, that it was a lot of criticism about that sort of thing going on with Stellars. Not sure, or was not aware if that was still a thing or not. So hopefully people are legitimately winning, and it's not, a greasy palm kind of a thing. We got to see. I guess so. I guess our boy Larry. I guess maybe he'll get some nominations this coming year for his new project that he has out. Um. Uh. uh oh gosh. Oh, I'm looking at the cover. Um. Oh, he's gonna kill me. I can't think of the name of it, but I'm looking at him, and he made us. He was like he was gonna beat us up if we didn't download if we didn't download the single. Oh my gosh, my sparkling Martinelli's has lost his sparkle. Well, y'all, I wanted to come on. It is Sunday Night Live. It has definitely been live, been real. I want to thank all of y'all for coming in and hanging out. I was determined to come on tonight. I said I didn't care about how late it was gonna be. I was gonna make sure that I came on, and I am so glad that I did, and glad that y'all came. Now, just before we sign off on tonight, I need everyone that can and will uh, that you see the ways to give. If you would like to be an encouragement, if you like what I do, if you want to show some level of love, some level of support, I would really, really, really appreciate it. My Cash App is posted. We have Cash App, we have Zelle, we have PayPal, and we have Venmo. So whichever one that works well for you, I would certainly love and appreciate your support. All right, I can't do it without y'all and without your support. And so we went up there, and there's I don't know why I resonate with people to the extent that I do. And so but I just have to stand firm. I just have to stand firm. But and because my thing is that in secular industries, that if you don't like a person, or if you don't like a music critic, or you don't like a movie critic, they are still invited, they still participate, they are still credentialed um for the event. And so I have never seen an industry where the people try to dictate who gets access or whatever. It's like, I mean, if I'm going to be critical, it ain't going to stop me from being critical. So it was sort of like, I'll just say this without saying anything negative or saying anything bad. It was sort of like one of those Kim Burrell situations where, oh, we'd love to have you. You're credentialed. You'll have this. You'll have that. You'll do this, and you'll be able to do that. Then it was like, oh, then the slowly wanting to draw back, or saying, some of the artists is not comfortable, or some of this is not comfortable. So maybe we won't let you do the red carpet. Maybe we'll just let you do the media room and all that. So I know and understand the power that that I bring, and so I just kind of got it, and just you just keep on pressing there, but there will come a day. Let me say this to you, and if I be a prophet and a seer God, there will come a day where I will be declining. I will not be physically able to keep up with the invitations and the requests, for me to be there. Because we say a lot of things. I say stuff about NBA players, football players. They good, they're bad. They can't get passes. They can't make free throws. They can't do. And the NBA says that doesn't say, or a player doesn't get the right to dictate whether or not you credential. So why would a gospel artist feel like they have the and why would y'all empower them to be able to say that? Um, uh, okay, amen. Yes, Brandy. You know what? I just believe it. Thank you, Dr. Antoine Blackwell. Thank you for 888. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for um oh, that scared me. Thank you for your contribution. So anyone else? Why is that doing that? Okay. Thank you for your contribution. Oh, okay. No, I am not in a fraternity. Hey, Alice Hawkins is over on Instagram. How are you? Thank you for being up late night with me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So, anyone else? Is there anyone else? Sherry, Gluten, Peace. Anyone else? Ashley. Anyone else can join? Can join. We've only did $18 on tonight. We only did $18, and so anyone else that would like to show their love and kindness, and I will prove it to you. So this is all that we have done on tonight. This is all that we have done. $18.88. Kind of pitiful. I thank God for every bit, but so that is it. Only $8 and 88 cents. So if that is uh if there's anyone else that would like to show your love and support, I will certainly uh appreciate it. All right, we certainly would appreciate you. Anyone on to tonight, because the thing, so that y'all can know, a lot of times you don't, when you're reading comments and what have you, your comment or your text message, it doesn't have tonation, phonation, and intonation, so you don't know the inflection of the voice. You don't know whether or not something is a jab, or whether or not something is is a legit question, or whether or not somebody is trying to be funny or trying to be low key, shady, or insulting. So you don't really know. And so we experienced that on last week. And we're beyond that, and we're moving forward. Amen. That's why. And so when you have a big a brother, big brother, little brother, you have nephews, you have some people that legitimately love you and supporter of you, then they look out. All right, my anonymous supporter, we thank God for them. We thank God for them so much, that we the Bible says that he that does things in secret, the Lord will reward you openly. And so we thank God for our anonymous uh, giver and supporter on tonight. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so, so much. Anyone else? Anyone else? I know that I've been on an hour and 30 minutes. Need your help, need your love, need your support. How many of y'all love Sir William? Can I get some top hats and bow ties in the chat? Those of y'all that that you love me in spite of, and in spite of that you yet love me. I definitely, let me see some top hats and let me see some bow ties. Encourage, although I got a regular tie on tonight. Um encourage my heart on today. All right, we thank the Lord for Ace. We thank the Lord for $7 from Ace. Thank you so much, Ace. I appreciate you. Anyone else? How am I doing on likes? How am I doing on likes as you all come in? How am I doing on likes? I definitely need y'all's support. Um today is the 18th, and I think we go into not sure when YouTube's close off date is. I know that the 21st is coming, so we definitely want to have as best of numbers that we possibly can, as best numbers as we possibly can. And then we move into the next period, and we trying to grow and make it happen. I couldn't uh um uh be be more than grateful for y'all. All right. Anyone else? Anyone else? How am I doing on likes? Can people tell me how am I doing on likes? I'm trying to see as well. Can y'all let me know what my number of likes? Can everyone hit the like button? If you haven't hit the like button already, can you be kind enough to hit the like button for me? Would you do that for me? Would you be kind enough to share me with your folks over on especially if you can share me on Instagram. I know that they have a share feature now over there, and if you can definitely do that, that would be great. All right, is there anyone else? Anyone else that okay, we are doing really, really low on our likes. We only have 67 likes and 240 people on. If I can get everyone to click the like button, please, sir. Excuse me, please, sir, please, ma'am. Would you be kind enough to click the like button, please? would you please be so kind to um, click the like button? We at least want to have half of the number of viewers actually like the broadcast. Would y'all do that for me? Okay, we're up to 74. Thank you, Ty. We're up to 74 now. Can some more of you all please click the like button? Don't just come and sit over in the cheap seats. I know y'all may not say anything, you may not give or what have you. I don't know why there's so much vitriol and hate and hostility and um, just just like people that are just seem to be consumed with me and my life or what have you. That man was really weird on tonight, just like he was a weirdo. um and it's you get that all the time. It's just like what is going on with people? Is it something? What is wrong with you? Like, are you I mean, are you for real? Like, what is the deal? Like, it's strange. It's weird. It's frightening. It's all of those things. And so, but yet we yet press our way. We yet press our way. Okay, we're up to 80 likes. Can I get some more people? Can I at least get 115 likes? Can I at least get 115 likes? Also, any other folks that want to show some love and show your support and give, if you be so kind, will y'all do that for me? You gotta do that for me. It costs to go up to this stuff. It costs to, that's the one thing that I was saying when they switched up and kind of changed stuff around on me. I was like, wait a minute, this ain't around the corner for me. This ain't down the street. This ain't right up 75 or whatever this is. 3 hours away. This is a hotel room night. This is all of that. So if y'all could be so kind, if you could be and would be so kind, I would greatly appreciate it. I would greatly appreciate it. Let me see what's my total on tonight that I've done. All right. Okay. We haven't even done $100. We've only done $31 on tonight. Is there anyone else that will show your love? So I want to ask y'all a question because there's something that is coming out, or I guess an attempt to do this again. Do you all think, I want your honest opinion, do you all think that there's really a place to do church and to do reality TV? Like, do you really, those of you, thank you so much, Mother Dorsey. I love and appreciate you. Thank you so, 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 so much. She is so, so, so kind. Oh wow. I want to meet her one day. Um, I want to know, do you think that there is a place where reality TV as we know it, do you think you can do reality television and church. No, Curtis Lee, JD husband was before my time. I was not in Atlanta. Did not know him. Never I don't think ever met him. I was a kid. His whole situation debacle, his fall from grace. But I do know Kojic history. I do know that he was a great preacher, and he was a general board member, and he was definitely a revered son of the church. Had a terrible, terrible fall from grace, and but I never knew him. I'm not sure if his son John Dale Jr. is still alive. Okay, my father, Dr. Curtis Lewis Sr., used to come there every year for a conference. Okay, wow. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with your dad. I'm not you. I want to meet you. I want to meet you and give you a big hug and tell you how much I love and appreciate you. You're definitely an encouragement to me, and I am so grateful. I am so, so, so grateful. I really am. All right. Is there anyone else? We have not. Um, we not even $50. We are at $41. Haven't even did $100 on tonight. Is there anyone else um that would show some love? I am wondering. I wanted to know, what do y'all think? They're gonna try it again. They're gonna try and make an attempt at this again for a reality gospel TV show. And I want to ask the question: um do we think that okay, it was absolutely horrible. What was horrible, Curtis? Oh, you're talking about the fall of John Dale husband. Oh yes, it was really, really bad. It was really, 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 really bad. It was really bad. And it was one of those stories that that I get in trouble for, because it's things like that happen. And you have people that is like a husband that's iconic, that people know, that people like, that people love, that people revered, and they didn't know um how much of a disgrace that he was, and the things that he was doing behind closed doors that was really bad. It was really, 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 really bad. And those are definitely some dark days for the Church of God in Christ. And that whole child molestation, and the whole abusing boys, that whole thing, that it can be really bad. It can be really, really, really bad, and we have to expose it. We can't turn a deaf ear to it. We can't cover it up, because the moment that you cover it up, they're able to rape and molest somebody else. And then when they rape and molest somebody else and then get their life messed up, and and then the first thing we want to do is condemn the homosexual. We want to condemn somebody for that didn't have the power or the ability to make the decision, because a lot of people don't want to make life harder for themselves. You know, maybe you, maybe we don't know. Maybe they were born gay. Maybe, you don't know. And who are you to judge? You don't have no heaven. You don't have no hell. Who are you to say that God called this person and then called uh didn't call the other one? All right, I haven't seen him in years. I do know that he was battling alcoholism, um his son, and I'm sure had a difficult time processing his dad. All right, so true. Never ending cycle when it's not addressed. Yes, we do know Oprah was going to do a show exposing Bishop Husband and Bishop Henry Lewis Henry Ford, and Bishop Ford, Mayor Daley, Bishop Chandler David Owens, and a number of people. They converged on the Oprah Winfrey Studios and demanded a meeting with her. She walked away from that story. And she never touched on the story about Bishop Husband, which I think probably would have been really, really detrimental. Uh, 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 that would have probably really been detrimental to the church. Marquise, I understand your point, but I think that that's a slippery slope. That's a slippery slope. Because if you had anybody that you knew that got infected or that was hurt or that was abused by Bishop Husband, that was a tough call. That was a tough call because um you just had to, do you not tell? And because if you don't tell, then it's able to continue to happen. If you do tell, then you got to deal with the aftermath of it, you know. And then you had so many people. You had a lot of guys that got hurt. You got a lot of, yeah, they went and they met with Oprah Winfrey, and it was serious. And Oprah never accepted any of our invitations. She never would come. I know that Mother Rivers had asked her for many years to come to the women's convention. Um, a number, the Clark sisters, never, Vanessa Bell Armstrong was on Oprah's show many times. Vicki Winans was on the Oprah Winfrey show many times. The Clark sisters, when she did the Legends and the Youngins and the Legends ball that she had out in Southern California, the Clark sisters was not involved. They were never. Church of God in Christ, from that moment, from that meeting with Mayor Daley and Bishop Ford, was never recognized, never acknowledged by Oprah Winfrey ever. And we also had a bad encounter with Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks never spoke at up until she died. Rosa Parks never spoke at a Church of God in Christ church. She had a very negative experience with the Church of God in Christ, and she did not do any Kojic events at all whatsoever. Absolutely not. So the Clark sisters never, they were never acknowledged by Oprah, never made it on the Oprah Winfrey show. And that may very well um, could be, or is rumored to be um, to be the case. So so sometimes when we cover stuff up, it can have a deleterious effect. It can have a deleterious effect on stuff. It can be good or it can be bad. And you have to make the conscious decision. Because the thing that you have to ask yourself, Marquise, and I'm not getting on you. I'm not getting on you. Because I know the love and respect in which you said that. But the only thing that I will say that I just try to make people mindful of is, how would you process it and how would you feel if it happened to be your brother, sister, nephew, niece? How would you handle that? How would you feel? You know what I mean? How would you feel if you found out your little nephew's life was introduced to something that it may not would have ever been introduced to? um i I will say this, Curtis. I think that Bishop Husband is dead, and all parties just about that were victims of his. I think Toby was the last um uh guy to pass away. Um I I do not think I don't think at this point is necessary to do, or would be necessary to do, the John Dale husband story. Now, I think it would make an interesting movie. I think it would make an interesting movie. I think it would make an interesting book. How most movies at the end have some level of redemption in them. Um, so I don't know how that piece would happen. Uh, I'm trying to remember. I don't even think Oprah. I don't think that Oprah even dealt with, or she may not have been. I don't think Oprah ever dealt with Eddie Long. I know that. Steve Harvey had Bishop Long on, and he kind of danced around it, but I don't think that they delved deep into it. Bishop Ford emasculated Bishop Husband, so it wasn't necessary for Oprah to expose. Uh, Bishop Ford dealt with it. Bishop Ford dealt with it, and it was bad. It was bad, y'all. I have heard, like, the stories, that it was bad. That's how it was Bishop Owens, who defied. Bishop Owens did not obey the wishes of Bishop L.H. Ford, and he was the only general board bishop to attend Bishop Husband's funeral. Bishop Husband's funeral was over at Timothy Fleming's church, Mount Carmel, and his funeral was there, and um, there was fights in the parking lot. It was bad, y'all. It was the stories that go down about that whole period and that whole situation is like really, really, really bad. It is really bad. And so Central Georgia was in such disrepair. Um, and it was difficult to send a bishop in here. And so sort of sort of Bishop Owens' punishment was that Bishop Owens was made to, or was assigned to, reassigned, had to give up his jurisdiction in New Jersey, and that um, oh gosh, I can't even think of the guy's name that took over Bishop Owens' jurisdiction. But he got Bishop Owens' jurisdiction. Bishop Owens was made to come to Central Georgia as a point of discipline by Bishop Ford, and then Bishop Ford died while Bishop Owens was here, and Bishop Owens was dealing with a lot of the difficulty of Central Georgia that was in haywire, and then he was thrust into the position of having to run the national church in the middle of all of that. So it was some very serious and very turbulent times for us. I loved serving Bishop Owens and having so many incredible talks with him about how did he process that, and how did he deal with that, and how did he handle, how did he feel about having been made to leave his home and come to Atlanta. I mean, it was a challenge. It was a challenge for him, his wife, his kids, and because they had to uproot everything that they knew. Um, oh, it wasn't Hackworth. His name was it started with an H. His wife preceded him in death. I can't even think of the guy's name. All right, if there's anybody else, I am $59 short of coming or reaching $100 goal tonight. Is there anyone else? I've been on exactly 2 hours now. Is there anyone else that will help me with that last $59? We're $59 away. Will y'all help me do it? It's still 260 of you all. I asked a question as to, do y'all think you can do church and reality TV? Do y'all think you can successfully do church along with reality television? Do you think you can do it? Oh, you are from Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. The church in the round. Oh my gosh, I was there that year. When we with the bishops conference was there in Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. Oh wow. I mean, have we met? Incredible. Incredible. Is there Oh, okay, we have met. Yes, 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 yes. Well, Greenleaf was loosely based on Greenleaf was loosely based on Benjamin Patterson's um, book, and it had a lot of elements of Bishop J.O. Patterson's life and some of the things that happened within the Church of God in Christ. Yes. So that is true. Yes. And he uh, he sued or had filed a suit against Oprah, but he got a nice size payout and went on his with his way. Okay, you sang that night that we were at church in the round. Oh wow. You remember that's that night that Karen sang, I love to praise him. I love to praise him. I love to. I remember that. We was at church in the round. Yes, 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 yes. Up in Aliquippa. Wow. All right. All right. Well, I am not going to belabor. I'm yet encouraged. I am yet encouraged. I am yet encouraged. I don't know. Maybe we'll make it up on on the replay um tonight, but I just believe if there's anyone that'll say, William, I'll do that 59. I'll help you at least raise $100. Uh, is there anyone just before I get out of here? Oh wow. Oh wow. I didn't know that. Yeah, we were in Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. Wow, we stayed at that. It was a very old, real traditional hotel. Kind of reminded you of the Peabody in Memphis that we stayed at. And it was we was there. The Lauren Mann, that was before Lauren Mann was a bishop, and they wouldn't have they his church was large enough to accommodate the bishops conference, but it was controversy because he wasn't a bishop, that it had to be at a bishop's church. And Bishop Thorpe was alive then. Bishop Thorpe was an auxiliary bishop, and he was one of the coordinators for the bishops conference that year. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. It is a small world after all. All right, Instagram. I'm going to go on and let you go over here on Instagram. Thank y'all so much. Please like and share and subscribe and all of that good stuff. Is there anyone that will do that will help me with that $59? Is there anybody that will think it not robbery um share uh with me on tonight? Is that possible? Anybody? Let's see here with sir. All right. Okay. All right. Anyone? Do I have anyone else? Curtis, will you help me? Anyone else? Anyone else that'll be kind to me on tonight? We can, this is Black Independent Media. A lot of y'all know that y'all get a lot of y'all news and good information from us that are here, and I know I can't do it without y'all support. I really can. I cannot. I cannot. I definitely need your help and support. So if there's anyone that will, do we have anybody that is in the chat. We still got 249 people with us. And if there's anyone um, that will be kind. He said, "Man, I know all of the goings on of the goings on." Yeah, that was an Omni. That was the Omni Hotel. It was a really older, a really older hotel. Yeah, yeah. Aliquippa sits on the hill. Well, we were in Pittsburgh, but we went to Aliquippa, and Pittsburgh is really hilly. Pittsburgh is really here. Pittsburgh is really hilly and has a lot of narrow streets, sort of reminds me of Cincinnati. Cincinnati has a lot of small and narrow streets. All right, we're down to 251. Only 251 people that are left. I don't know if there's anyone else that will. I've been on 2 hours, so I don't want to keep asking, and maybe it's in, or maybe it's not, or maybe someone to do it in the replay. I thank y'all for coming in. I think we had, even in spite of the attack, or whoever that crazy man was, that we still had a fun time together. And again, big shouts out um, to the sellers. Just if there's anyone that, just before we go, that I dropped the link, anyone that want to jump on, you want to chat, you want to have a word or say something, that you can. Is there anybody that wants to come up? I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. I just feel kind of chatty tonight. I feel kind of chatty tonight. So let's see here. Uh, if there's anyone that, you have a question, you have a comment, anything like that, you can definitely hit the link and come up. Anyone? My question is, do y'all think, and no one has said anything yet, I want to know, do y'all think you can adequately do church and reality TV? Is there a place for it? Does it work? Is it a fit? What are your thoughts? Do you think that, would it change your outlook to see one of your favorite preachers or preachers' wives? Would it bother you to see them in a reality show state? Um, how would you feel about seeing them like that? How would you feel with them, seeing the behind the scenes aspects? And can you really effectively do it? Can you do reality TV and church? Can church, can the God's elect people um do reality TV and it be okay? Do y'all think how do y'all feel about it? How does it resonate with y'all? Do y'all have any objection to it? Do you have any objection to it at all? Do you have any kind of feelings like, oh, that ain't cool. We don't need to do that. We don't need to know. We don't need to know the behind the scene. I don't want to hear my pastor talking about that he used to be. I know he used to be in prison, but I don't want to know that side of him. You know, can you handle that your first lady, or that your or that your female pastor might have been a lady of the night. You know, can you can you handle any of that? Do y'all need to see that, or do you think in 2025 that we're strong enough to tackle those difficult subjects? And can people be transparent on television and it still be okay? You know, are you, or can you find out some intimate detail about me or about a person's life and still respect me in the morning? You know, or is it gonna change your feelings or your outlook? Because I think that sometimes I think that we get mad, or we get bent out of shape with church folks, but the world people, they can stand up, they can have babies out of wedlock, they can say that they have entered rehab, and they can do all those things, and y'all still like them, y'all still love them, y'all still support them. They can go to jail, they can do all of those things, and it's almost like it works in their favor, and they get out and they pick up right where they left off. They pick up right where they left off, and they keep right on going. Is it a different standard for the church? And can you do it? Can you effectively do it? Did preachers of LA and preachers of Detroit, did it change your outlook? Did it um did did y'all know that Brian Jacobs is going to be leaving Indiana? Did y'all know that Brian Jacobs and he's going to be taking over Edgar Van's organization? Were y'all aware of that? Brandon Jacobs is going to be leaving, and then he's going to play somebody over there. And then the thing, y'all got mad at me about talking about Bishop Nixon and the babies, and Bishop Hezekiah Walker has taken Bishop Nixon down and replaced him with Bishop Moles, and Bishop Moles is going to get consecrated. Bishop Moles is going to get consecrated, even after all of those scandalous things had come out about him. So, but Brian Jacobs, y'all can know that y'all heard it here first. Brian Jacobs is going to be moving to Detroit, Michigan. He's going to be taking over Edgar Van's church. I know that I've been getting a lot of information, a lot of scrutiny about Brandon Jacobs' wife. I don't know if y'all are aware of any of those things. Okay, Brandy says no, because there is an element of deception with reality TV. Wow. All right. Does anyone want to jump on or hop on and express? Can we do reality TV and church? Can you do church and reality TV? Or does it have to be one or the other? Can you effectively do church and reality TV? We need to know. We are asking the question. I want to know what y'all think about it. Do you think you can do reality TV? Ty, what you think? Do you think you can do reality TV in church? Are y'all gonna stay? Or if you saw your pastor on a reality show, I'm gonna ask y'all: would y'all have a problem finding out if your pastor smoked? Would y'all have a problem if you found out your pastor was a smoker? I know Pastor Walter Kimbrough smoked for years. He was the pastor of Cascade United Methodist Church, and he smoked for years in the office, in his church office. He didn't even go outside and smoke. He smoked right in his office. Do y'all have a problem with that? Would you have a problem with your pastor being a smoker? Would you have a problem with your pastor being a smoking? I'm just asking. Okay. All right. We have Latanya says, I'm just getting on here. Hello to you, Sir William. Just want to add my opinion about the Stellar Award. Looks like to me they are just giving those awards out to people. What do you think? I don't know. I don't know. They saying that it's supposedly to get better. Absolutely. The man's do it and it's a clean reality show. Okay, so you think you can do it. So the men still have their reality TV show, and now do they get in depth with stuff, or do they play it nice? Because I don't know if you can do reality TV and do it nicely. Like I think it's an element. I think we know reality TV carries an element of drama. Would y'all like to see me in a reality show? In a reality TV show about the church? Do y'all think I would be good? Do y'all think I would be good on a reality on a gospel reality TV show? Are they authentic though? Okay, so Brandy is saying, or is David and Tamala man? I think I saw one or two. I didn't think it was. I don't think it was. I don't think it was good. All right, we got Dr. Antoine Blackwell. We're gonna add him to the. Hey, sir.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. We had good church today. How you doing?
Listen, we did too. I'm gonna get right back to that about the about church. But you know what? Can I my thing is, can we just keep some things beyond the veil? Can we just is it possible to do that? Just keep some stuff beyond the veil.
um, I'm not sure. Like because what I'm trying to the now the part about that is, should we have some stuff, or should we have stuff period that we have to keep in secret?
I don't know.
See, anything that we have to keep in secret we shouldn't be doing.
Well, I you know what? Like I know my pastor. Um,
Okay.
but I just don't. Some things are just not. How can I put it? For public consumption, and it's not bad things. You know what I'm? You understand what I'm saying? It's not bad things. It's just uh
Would you have a problem? Would you look at me differently if it was a camera in my car and you saw me cussing and flipping people off in road rage? Would that cause you to see Sir William differently?
no, because you cuss people out right on your own live. That what? It
I
ain't no
love it.
different. That ain't no difference.
See, I just like I think I think it's something about that piece that we have been conditioned to believe that we're supposed to see. We really don't understand the scripture about the whole idea of covering your leader.
Right.
We don't understand that, and we don't really understand, or I think we really got um I think we really took that story of Noah and his sons when he got drunk, and
Yeah,
how the white son was supposed to have covered him, and then the black son, kind of told everybody, and he was punished. Like, I think that we didn't get the real. I think we got that. I think we have ran with a misinterpretation of that text.
right.
And I see we talk a good game. See, I could tell you, oh, I knew him as a healer and all that. I could tell you that kind of stuff. But you and I both been at death's door.
That is
So
correct.
our perspective of that is very, very different. See, like church, we say a lot of stuff that's cliche and it sound cute.
Right.
It sound cute in a tune or in a hoop with a Hammond behind you. But then when you start really living it,
Exactly.
you know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? It ain't cute no more.
Right.
you know and
Yeah.
so I'm just trying to figure out, can we do it? Because see, the problem is that they want to do, and it's such a loaded question, because with me, you oh, we don't want that kind of drama. Okay, so if you don't want that kind of drama that you feel that I would bring, then you don't want to do a reality show. See, like, do you want to do it or not? You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Well, then the question needs to be, um, do you want reality or do you want something that is staged? That's the question.
I think that they want the stage. I
Yeah.
think people are intrigued
Mm-hmm.
by black church
Right.
and by church period.
Right.
But I think
Not to that.
that
Not to the full extent.
no,
Yeah. That's
no.
that's where the problem lies.
And and so that's why it's like, don't do it, because
Oh
it
yeah.
ain't
No, I
no.
totally agree. Don't do it. Don't do it. We've get. I think we've had our fair share of it. It's enough. Yeah.
So you don't think that? See, I think, and I wanted to get some more feedback. I think it can effectively be done. And the reason why I think it can effectively be done is because I think I do it every day. Where there's I'm my most authentic self, but I think that most people still and know that there's a level of anointing and his hand is on my life. And so I think that you can, and I think that it can win souls, and I think you can be an effective witness. But I think the thing that they're most scared of, if they use that to empower them to do it. See, you need somebody that is going to come on and be able to say, and I'm not talking about no queen. I'm talking about somebody that is looking like an alpha male that's going to be able
Hmm.
to come on and say, I was turned out when I was a little boy.
Oh, we're coming from that angle. Okay.
I'm saying that from that angle. I'm saying it from the angle of I think that I think the whole element with maybe within some level of reason. I think the business behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I think that those aspects I think the level of um I think the level of competitiveness. I think the level of competitiveness amongst your leading clergy. I think that would be hot to be uh, dove into.
Hmm.
I think that but I think it can be done, and I think that we can win people um, if we would be and show that part that we're scared of. But I think that the people that can do it or would do it, or that would be capable of doing it, I think that they're going to be scared to show those parts.
Oh, of course.
I think that they're going to be
And
afraid
that's
to.
what I'm saying. You can, if you're not going to have genuine people, those who, like you said, uh, that are
But
able.
why?
To,
Why are we still so hung up in 2025?
because we care what people think. Then some you have to think. You have to also think. Some of these pastors um, have great salaries, and uh, to be that truthful, to turn on that light on yourself. What does that do to your income? What does that do to your preaching engagements? You
Okay.
understand what I'm saying?
So so we want to live, we want to stay in the dark.
In a way, yeah, yeah. I would say that
In
we
2025.
would, we would rather stay in the
Okay,
dark,
so audience,
able
would
to
y'all have
be
a
able to pay our
problem
bills.
if y'all pastor was in a reality show and he went out, or he went to that he went to the club, or he went out with some of his boys and he had a shot of Patron?
That's no. Wait a minute. Okay. So that's one thing, but I think going back to what you had said earlier of someone
Well, I'm
saying,
just thinking
"I
about
got
all of the
out when
various
I was,"
elements that could come up in a reality show. And I'm
I
thinking about
said that
all
was.
of the elements of my friends that are preachers and pastors
Mhm.
that, that do and did things, because it sounds cute when they standing up preaching about it and talking about it, but then if I see it, is it is it going to be a big deal for me?
Mm. I'm tell you what my dad tells me all the time. Uh, Preach on what you know. J- Plain and simple. Preach on what you know. And so the premise of that is, um, I'm not going to talk about what I don't know,
Mm.
if that makes sense. I'm not gonna preach on something that I don't know. So therefore, then you start looking at and you start listening to your pastor and you start listening to his pattern and what he preaches on. Then you must ask the question, how much does he know? Is he just speaking on something so that it tickles the ears, or is this something that he knows something about?
Mm, that's
So
interesting.
you understand? So yeah, it's yeah.
See, I think we're too boxy. I think that we're too, and I think that they want to be free, but they, we are not creating, we don't create an environment. Like, we don't create an environment for our pastors or our preachers to be able to be their most authentic self.
Well, the reason for that is that we have something set up in our mind of what we think our pastors are ought to be.
So that should be, so we should kill that.
Oh, okay. So then the question is, how do we do that?
Well, I think that
But
you
that
start
fall the
embracing those things. I think you start embracing it, and I think that you create, I think that you create an element. See, the thing about it is, when we do the call to worship or the call to prayer or what
Mhm.
have you, how effective would it be for the preacher to come down out of the pulpit and be like, I need to repent, or I need prayer this week. I fell off the bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? I'm standing up here preaching to you, but I'm preaching. Okay, Kemper Cloud says something about false prophet. Who's the false prophet? I'm preaching to you out of my humanity. I'm preaching to you out of my frailty.
I now
See,
that
all of that sounds cute until I see it.
see now that now I now there was I try to be transparent, especially when I teach. Um,
Okay.
and so a situation happened at our church where uh real simple, a money situation didn't go the way it was supposed to. It was a business deal uh
Okay.
with one of our organizations. And uh right after service, I went downstairs and I went completely nuts. And so that following Sunday, I had to get up and teach. And so I got up that Sunday, and the lesson was something about shining the light. And so one of the things that I said was, I've got to shine some light on something that specifically happened to me. And could I have handled the situation differently? Could I've handled it differently with my mouth, with my attitude, the way that I approach people? And people understood that because the thing was, the whispers were, oh, well, Elder Blackwood just, I mean, he just went down there and let them folk have it.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I had to come back and say, hey, this is the human side of us. We can't get out of this flesh until he takes us home. We're in this body. And so what do we do when we get mad, when we get pissed off? What do we do? And so I had to show the human side of myself, and then still teach on what does God say that we should do, the spiritual side of us. Because we're always warring. There's always a war going on.
Right.
The Bible says there's a war going on in this flesh.
Right.
And so like you said, if we're not able to be honest, and to be transparent, when we go through these things, then you're right. Then the people they'll never understand. And I've had people walk up to me after that and say, "Man, I had the same thing happen to me this week."
And see you, and what looked like a lose was actually a win.
It actually was.
And so
It
I
was a
I I think if we effectively do it. Now, I'm not saying for you to just wow out, but
right.
I'm thinking that if we say, or if we present in a measure, in a way that we can, because we already do it. We already do it because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you when you do it. You do it when a person that's a member of your congregation has value add.
Mm,
When your pastor, preacher, and especially if it's an independent church, or if it's a church that the pastor has preached out.
mm-hmm,
You know how I know? I'm gonna give you the perfect example. If you got a bad organist,
mm-hmm,
he can sin.
mm-hmm,
He can sin because he can sin because he is bringing a talent and a gift and something that is a critical element to that church and that worship experience
mm-hmm.
that is necessary. If you have a guy that's at your church that is a bona fide preacher, your pastor is going to deal with him being a homemonger a little bit more than somebody that's just sitting over there that doesn't bring that element.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when we do it. That's when we get into this whole aspect of respect of a person and people that have value. You gonna make an excuse for your pastor where they not gonna make an excuse for you. And so that's where, and I think it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
I think it can be done. I think that, but we are the leaders, the folks that are in charge and that are leaders. They cannot be. They're not going to be able to be afraid.
Right, right,
They're going to have to come out and be willing to take the mask off, be willing to take, because we know it. We know preachers, we know prophets, we know evangelists. I know ones that smoke weed right now.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I know gospel artists that drink and smoke. We all know
That's
one with
true.
Leandria. Y'all make every excuse in the world for Leandria. She didn't have 5 babies with no husband. The husband that we thought she had, we found out wasn't her husband. I
Mm,
mean, what more can she do?
right,
Other than do it on camera,
right,
and she's pretty much done that. So I'm saying that, but her value add, and you make excuse because her gift or her talent is so good. So we're already doing it, but we're not doing it in, excuse me, in the most authentic way.
right, right.
See, I you know, I want to see that gospel artist so and so, such and such, whatever I sang on your such and such in your and this and that program, and you ain't got my my GD money. Like I think that some of that would be hot. I think it would be hot for me to come on and say, Blackwell, you was in that building fund. I fronted you that $10,000, and nigga, you still around the corner from me, and you ain't gave me my $10,000 back. Like I
Nor
think
have
it would be
nor
hot
have you
to
built the
see.
building.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think it would be hot to see that element.
Yeah, that's not we're not ready. We're I mean, we as the consumer are ready to see that. But yeah, you're not gonna find anybody that's, I don't know. Maybe Dietrich. He's the only guy that I know of that's really just out there. Dietrich had
And so
me.
his brother, because you know that there's a reality show that's coming, or that they're going to try and do it again.
Is he gonna be involved in it? Because
His
that's
brother
why I
is.
watched it the last go round was because of him.
But his brother is going to be in it. His brother is going to expose that the son that you know, Diedrich has a son-in-law. I
Okay.
mean, or has a nephew that's an open homosexual.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So they're gonna deal with that. But I want to see that element. I want to see, and because we're living in this whole pretend fantasy fake. Paul said, "I am all things
Mm-hmm.
to
So
all people."
that I made.
So if I'm all things to all people, then what does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely understand that. Again, I still say,
We ain't ready.
we as the consumers are ready. We who are sitting in front of our TVs, uh, we're ready for it. But finding a group of people, like you said, finding a group of people who will open themselves up to that, yeah, yeah, they're not ready. And,
Wow.
and Dietrich is
But
the only.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where did all of this happen? Where did we get all of this hang up and all of this ism
Oh, stop!
and
Where we got this?
schism?
You know where we got this from? We got this from holiness is still right. We got this from what you do at your house is your business behind closed doors. We got this. You know this whole thing. This whole thing draws back to religion. It all goes back to the.
Is it wrong to stand up and say that we don't like I don't even think that I don't think that preachers really they don't really get with the element that they don't get along.
That
It's
preach.
always this like front, like, you know, hey doc, so and so or whatever, and it's never, you know, I can't stand that so and so. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to see that. I want to see. I want to see. I don't want to. I want, if they're gonna do.
You want straight messy. That's what you want. You want straight messy.
I want real.
That's
It ain't
messy.
messy. It's just
That
real.
is that's a hot mess. That's what you want. That's what you want to see.
I want to see them be real. I want to see that real element.
Oh
I
my!
want to. I want to. I want to see the the discovery of um I want to deal with the sexism part. You know, can women be effective pastors?
Mm. I mean, that's good. I'd like to see something on as far as that's concerned.
Is it really, is it, you know, it you know, the whole misogyny part about it,
Hmm.
you know.
And I that comes from the misconception. Well, let me leave that alone. Let me
Y'all
leave.
ain't saying nothing. This chat, when I tell you this chat then got all the way quiet, it's done got down
It
to
got quiet, but you
cricket.
still got 236 people on here.
I know it, but it, I mean, but they are quiet. They ain't saying a word.
We got a few comments.
No, we ain't got a comment. I don't think in the last 20 minutes.
So the last comment was gifts come without repentance. That was the last one from
Yep.
Kiki. Mm,
I I don't know.
somebody doing it.
I
They
think
still
that the
on.
people that are doing it or that will do it, I think if they take the risk of of being
Excuse me.
um of being transparent and use those things to empower. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see Diedrich's brother and his mom deal with they gay son. I want to see how they gonna deal with it. How they gonna show how you gonna show ministry, you know,
Right.
and what does that look like? And why do we overlook one sin versus another? You know, what does it look like to borrow from the church and have to pay back?
Mm, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just don't, I don't, and I just, I mean, you know, because I guess the other part of it is that it ain't no nice way to do no reality TV.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like, either you gonna do it or what are we doing
Or
here?
or it's scripted. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Either
Yeah.
e- either you're going to do reality or it's going to be scripted.
Or
Yeah.
you just have to do a show like a Greenleaf so
Right.
that it you know it maybe can so you can feel that it's somewhat make believe,
Right. Exactly.
you know.
Exactly.
Well, Doc, I appreciate you. You got that
Look,
other 59 for me?
do I have the other 59 for you? Let me look way down deep in my pocket where the dust is
We
at.
gonna see. I anybody else that would last. We are 50. We 59. You know I love and appreciate you and always.
Yes.
Um. So much. So.
Look.
But
th-
I'm
th-
we going right on 3 hours. Last few minutes, anybody else? I'm gonna let you go down so you can look in that back in that secret place and pull that out. Uh uh anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. I think if we run the risk, I think if we are transparent, I think it could be effective. I think it could be effective. I think it could be good if we see that those aspects, because I think that some of that stuff that I think in some aspects that's what we wanting to hear. We want to hear a Brian Karn and other ones that have had these elements to them. We want to hear the humanity. I'm saved, but yeah, I got a problem with my flesh. I like to have sex. I enjoy having sex. I enjoy having multiple partners with sex. Variety is the spice of life. I want to spread my love around. I'm celibate. I give a little bit away. I sell a little bit. I think that those elements and some of those things, because y'all, we are human beings and we know that it's going on. We know that it's happening, but we don't have to. Are you mature enough to handle it? You know, are you or are you that one that's got to put your pastor and put your preacher and put your person in a box? And then, because see, that creates what y'all are saying is that creates an environment for them to be detrimental to themselves and to us. We create an environment where they got a midnight ramble because they want to do the same stuff that y'all doing. You going out. You going to the club, you having sex, you got a boyfriend, you got a girlfriend, you got a girlfriend and a boyfriend, you're having threesomes, you're going to Vegas, you're getting drunk, you're going on a cruise, you're letting your hair down. And we create this environment where they can't. We create an environment where they can't, and they cannot be their most effective self and be God's elect at the same time. And we say no because we don't want to handle that, but know that you can't be that. You can't be you've got to, and that's not the truth. That's not the case. You're going to be tempted. You are having sex. You know you having sex. Some of y'all gonna have it tonight. Some of y'all had it last night. Y'all got boyfriends. Y'all got girlfriends. Y'all got boyfriends and girlfriends. You know, y'all doing it. I'm not saying, but I'm not saying to glorify it. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that you can say, hey, you know what? I am a real live human being here, live, real, in living color in the flesh. And this is some of my stuff. And I think until they do that, and until they strong enough to do that, it's gonna be a problem. All right, y'all. I was trying to get that last little bit. We try to come on each night that we come on. We try to have a goal. The whole little thing with Nashville, that wasn't productive, or it didn't play out all the way like we thought. So that really took time, money, and away from some of the stuff that we really want to do, but we wanted to be there. So that's difficult. But anyway, we have 115 of y'all. Hopefully we can get it in the replay, or maybe the Lord will touch somebody's heart. I just believe the Lord. I just trust him and believe him. So I got maybe 5 more minutes before I would have been on for 3 hours. I don't know what he'll do or whom he'll touch in that 5 minutes. I don't know who's under my voice. I'm looking at still good numbers, but no one is saying anything. So if anyone, if anyone feels inclined, Brandy, Kemper, Kiki, any of you, Denise, um, um, any of you. Oh wow, Denise says, William, you are the show. Oh well, okay. Um, I guess that's good. I'm not sure. But anyway, anyone, I think that's too an element that we could talk about. We could really talk about and discuss that whole element of giving, and like what Dr. Blackwell was saying about people and pastors and salary and finances and, you know, all of that operation. I think all of that stuff is fun and good, and would be, great, great television, great dialogue, great insight. All right, y'all. I am right. I am about 4 minutes away from signing out. Anybody else that has anything to add, say, give, show your support. Really could use it. Anybody. I appreciate everyone that did give tonight, that did show me some love and let me know that y'all are with me. I certainly appreciate y'all. Y'all did not have to do it. Y'all don't have to be kind to me. And so when you are, Yes, sir. All right. Okay, I am 2 minutes from leaving. I am 2 minutes. Let me see who else is this that has said Karen is his own reality show within itself. Oh my gosh. Wow. Interesting. But I mean, do y'all think that do y'all think that that it's affected him, and has it affected him negatively? Or does he keep going? See, I think that whole element about not sitting down and keep going, I think that that added something, or that that kind of did something unique to church, into this church experience, that we kind of overlook some stuff. So, all right, y'all. I'm right at 3 hours almost on the dot. I thank y'all. It has been a excellent, excellent time. Thank everybody for tuning in. Definitely like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. If you can't do it now, the ways to give is always up there. My Cash App, my Zelle, my Vimo, my PayPal. All of those are elements and ways that you can show your love and give and support myself, Sir William G. McCray III, and Obnoxious Media. I want to thank everybody for coming in, and the views and the likes and all of that. Please ask your friends and family members and people that follow you on social media, if you can tell them about me, and have them to check me out. We certainly appreciate it. Anyway, I'm out of here. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all, and see you tomorrow night.